Over the last few years, I have built an unhealthy habit of consuming a lot of social media. Almost every single minute of my free time I spend just by scrolling through my phone and seeing what's new in the world. I think it's mostly caused by the fact that during those last few years I have been closed at home more than ever before, and because I didn't have the option to see anybody in person, I looked up for a solution. And of course I found it in social media. But was it really the solution I needed? In this video I want to share with you my story of quitting social media for 30 days. But first, let me tell you what actually made me to get rid of all social media platforms in my mobile phone. The first and probably most important thing that helped me to decide it's right time to leave social media was the fact that I used to spend there almost every single minute of my free time, which is not good at all. And I think it's mostly because it's just so easy. It's so easy to turn on your mobile phone, and with only few clicks you are in completely another world where there are no problems to be solved and everything just seems to be super easy and simple, so there is nothing that holds you back from spending there a lot of time. So after consuming social media for so long and seeing a lot of pictures of people having fun, I started to feel like everybody else is doing really great and I just don't. With social media I had an unlimited access to a lot of content, and as a beginner filmmaker I was always looking for some tips and tricks to improve the quality of my videos. So my social media was all about filmmaking, including the final work from world's top creators like Sam Kolder or Peter McKinnon. And as I was watching their videos, which were of course at very high level, I started to feel demotivated to do something on my own. In the beginning, I think it was all great. I mean, I was able to learn things just by watching tutorials from others. But as time went on, I started to observe that I'm not visiting social media to learn things anymore. Instead, I was going there just to spend there my free time. And I think this was the right time to leave. The plan was very simple. I deleted Facebook, YouTube and Instagram from my phone, and full of expectations I started my 30 days of social media detox. So after 1 week of not using social media, I was still finding myself checking the phone very often. I just switch it on and then I realized that I have nothing to do here, so I just turn it off, and after a few minutes I repeated the same process over and over again. And it actually took like a week to finally realize that my phone is not a source of entertainment anymore. And this is kind of funny, but I was also noticing that after so long of using social media, I have already built some kind of reflex in my thumb, because every time I switched on my phone, I was automatically tapping on the places where used to be social media apps. So I came up with an idea to put on those places a Duolingo app where I am learning Germany, and I thought that maybe at least I will start using this app more. But anyway, after this 1 week of not using social media, I already saw some improvements. For example, as I couldn't spend my time on the phone, I started to fill my free time with activities like walks or running. And yeah, overall I think it was just great to concentrate on my own life and don't think about anything else. If I'm honest with you, I felt a little bit empty. I used to consume a lot of content on social media and then I couldn't do that, so I started to feel a little bit bored. But I think it's great to be bored sometimes, because exactly in that time I started to think about things that I never thought about. For example, for me it was about starting this YouTube channel. I have had this idea in my head for so long, and then I finally had free time to do that. So me quitting social media is the main reason why I'm sitting in front of you and talking to you like that. During those last few weeks, I think nothing has really changed. Most of the time I spend just by scripting, filming or editing next video projects that we have prepared for you. But most importantly, I finally felt productive and inspired again. And if I have to summarize all the things that has changed during those 30 days, firstly, it would be that I finally stopped comparing myself with others, because I think that this was the main thing which was stopping me from creating. And then I finally stopped procrastinating. I started to live my life in the real world, and I started to spend my free time with sport or with my family. And for the end, I want to tell you that with this video I didn't want to say that social media is a bad thing. It can be, for example, amazingly great tool for communication or learning, and I have to say that I have learned there so many things about filmmaking. But what I'm trying to say is that you should recognize the right time to leave social media. The time where you are not learning there or taking inspiration, but you are just spending there your free time for no reason. And yeah, that would be it for today's video. I hope I told you something new and maybe inspired you to try to resist social media for 30 days too. Hit me in the comments what video should I do next. And also, if you liked this video, consider liking and subscribing to this YouTube channel, because we are just starting, so it will help us a lot. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.